It's a great schus to be part of this worldwide Tehillim project. L'zecher nishma Sarah Refuahproject Mindel Sarah Leam Dratch. My name is Michael Merrill from West Hempstead. Tonight we're going to learn Tehillim Perek Nun Beis. The Tehillim starts off Lamnatzech Maskila David. It's a prayer by David HaMelech. Bevo doeg Adomi vayoged l'shal vayomer lo ba David el beis Achi Melech. It's when Doeg the Adomi comes and tells Shaul about what David did in the house of Achi Melech. What's this talking about? The story in Shmuel tells us that David HaMelech, when he was on the run from Shaul, he goes looking to seek refuge. He goes to the city of Nov, Ir HaKohanim, the city of Kohanim, hoping that he'll be able to get some food there. He goes and he gets the sword from the Beis Hashem, as well as getting food to eat. As he leaves, word gets back to Shaul through the hands of Doeg HaAdomi that David HaMelech had gotten the help of Achi Melech, and Shaul comes and wipes out the city of Nov, the Ir HaKohanim, a terrible stain on the Jewish people. So David HaMelech is talking about Doeg and saying, look Doeg, this is what you did on the day that you decided to tell Shaul what I had done. Mati talal bara hagibor. Oh, you're so happy and so exalted in this evil that you do, the hero, right? Hagibor, he refers to Achi Melech to Doeg as the hero. He says, you think you're so great for what you did. Chesed al kol hayom. Avot tachshov l'shonecha. But in truth, if you think about it, your tongue is thinking horrible and horrible things. Ketar melutasho seremiyah, like a sharp razor that's doing wickedness. Ahavta rami tov, you love evil more than good. Sheker midaber tzedek sela, and evil takes precedence in your mind over speaking righteousness. Ahavta kol divrei bala lashon mirma, you love the wicked and all-consuming words and the deviousness that you're able to do. Gam kel yitatzchal anetzach yachtecha v'yisachecha me'ohel. But ultimately, it's God that's going to have the ultimate revenge on you, because God will destroy you forever. He'll remove you from the tent. And your roots will be removed from the land of the living forever. The Yerud tzaddikim v'yirau. And what's going to happen is that tzaddikim will see what has occurred, and they'll fear. They'll have yiras Hashem, fear of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in recognition of the great, awesome events that God has done by bringing midah keneged midah upon Doeg Adomi, by doing measure for measure in punishment and retribution against Doeg Adomi. Love, but in terms of you, when they look at you, Doeg, Yischaku, they'll laugh and say, what a foolish person, what a horrible mistake you have made. Look at this man. He didn't put God as his strength, but rather what did he do? He found bitachon, he found faith in his great wealth, ya'oz b'havato, and he takes strength in the destructiveness that he's able to do. What David HaMelech is saying is, this man Doeg, think about what you're doing. You're hoping that you'll get honor, you'll get riches through the king by virtue of what you've done, but in the end, you have nothing to show for it. But I, in contrast, kazayit rananim, like an olive branch that's deeply rooted b'veit Elokim, batachti b'chesed. I have faith in the kindness of Elokim olam v'ed. I believe and I trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu forever. And now David HaMelech, after talking about the wickedness of Doeg, he contrasts it with his feelings towards HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Od chali olam, I praise you forever, ki asita, for everything you have done. V'kavad shemcha ki tov neged chasidecha. I have faith in your name because it's good for those that are pious and righteous. Who is Doeg? Who is David? Doeg is a person who is the contrast of David HaMelech. David HaMelech is a person, as he says, he's a zayit ra'anan. He's the olive tree that's mushrash. He's planted in one place. The Malbim points out, what does it mean? He says, I am planted in one place only. I believe in the Beis Elokim. I believe in the house of God, and the house of God is where I take my root. Who is Doeg? Doeg is called Doeg HaAdomi. Why is he called Doeg HaAdomi? The Medrash says that he's called Doeg HaAdomi for many reasons. Perhaps he's from that area, that's the name of his city. Perhaps another possibility is Doeg has a fear or a jealousy, a great jealousy of David HaMelech, who is a man who's considered a red complexion, and therefore he's afraid, he's jealous of this person. So he's called Doeg HaAdomi. He's Doeg. He worries from this Adomi person, from David HaMelech. But perhaps there's one other possible explanation. Perhaps the Adomi that we're talking about is a contrast to Edom. He's being compared to Edom, Esav. Who is Esav? Esav is a person that says, I want, and I want more material possessions, and I want, and I want, and I want. And David HaMelech is the exact opposite. David HaMelech is a person that says, no, I'm not necessarily interested in possessions. What is it that I'm interested in? I'm interested in my relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Possessions might help me in my relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but that's not what I'm interested in. It's Edom who says, I want more, who I need more, who's constantly striving to gain and to gain and to gain. He's the person that will do anything, whether it's stabbing somebody in the back, whatever it'll take to be successful. And so he says to himself, maybe I can get into Shaul's good side by using my words. I'll be malshin, I'll talk negatively against David HaMelech. And what will that do? That will bring me great honor and great kavod in this world. But what truly is it that brings kavod to a person in this world? It's not a person that seeks honor and seeks greatness and seeks money, but rather it's a person that does good deeds. In Pasuk Hey, it's David HaMelech makes it so clear. Ahavta Rami Tov, that your love was towards bad as opposed to good. Sheker Medaber Tzedek Sela, it's wickedness, it's dishonesty as opposed to righteousness and honesty. David HaMelech says, I'll tell you what it's all about. This life, this world that we live in, is all about that relationship we have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what we are aiming to. That's what we all strive for in our everyday lives. And yet, Doeg, look what you've done to yourself. You've taken yourself out of this world by saying, no, I'm not interested in good. I'm interested in bad. I'm not interested in honesty. I'm interested in dishonesty. And of course, the ultimate condemnation is Pasuk Zayin, Gam kel yitatzcha lanetzach yachtecha v'sachacha me'ohel, that he'll be completely lost from this world forever. Every single one of us wants nitzchius. We want something everlasting, a contribution that we're able to make to this world that's forever. David HaMelech says you have nothing. You have lo lanetzach. You are going to be erased and blotted out from the memory of this world. And yet, what it is that David gets is, David, of course, is the author of Tehillim. He's David HaMelech. He's a person that we talk about, we sing about, we think about all the time. Why? Because David HaMelech's deeds were steeped in HaKadosh Baruch Hu and his relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as opposed to material gain and possessions. And we all be zocha to have a strong relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and be zocha to the words of David HaMelech, Achat shalt meis Hashem u'sabakesh shifti beveis Hashem kol yemei chayai, to live in the house of God for all our days.